Alright guys, this message is going to be for my fellow Aries out there. Sorry, I'm trying to decide what end I want to use. This is one of those pins. I like using these, but I think I want to use the thicker side today. Anyway, I've been skipping around. I actually just started the day off on Gemini. I felt Gemini very, very strongly. I felt Gemini last night. And so I had to. It's like I had to get on there and do that. There could be a connection for some of you with Gemini, or also just, I think somebody here for Aries or Crosswatcher, unless this is entirely reversed, has a lot to think about. Okay, and I'm talking a lot. Somebody has a whole lot to think about right now, and I think a lot of it has to do with how you've transformed, how you've changed. In you changing, whoever's watching this video, Aries or not, in you changing and you transforming your life, it has caused another person's mentality to change, okay? I'm also seeing the number 111 a lot, which if you've been watching me for a little bit, I've been seeing that for months now, like since October, November last year. So 111 is significant. You may be seeing that everywhere. Also, when I see that right now written down, it reminds me of, what's that? Not tic-tac-toe. What is that when you like mark things off and you're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or however many, you know what I'm talking about? Tallies. Reminds me of tallies. Yeah. Something to do with tally. So I feel like you and whoever's going to come through for this message, this could be in any category, romantic, friendship, family, love, like whatever, okay? You've had more than one instance with them. You've had more than one opportunity with them. They've had more than one opportunity with you. It is not the first time. This is not the first, like, this isn't someone that you haven't encountered yet. You've encountered them. It doesn't mean that you haven't recently encountered them. Like, let's say you just met someone or became aware of someone, but it was like 2 months ago, but you've seen them like 4 times since then. You see what I'm saying? So it could be fairly new, but either way, this is not a person that you haven't encountered yet. You've already encountered them. I think I already said that, but yeah. I've got a lot to do today. Hopefully I've got enough time, but honestly, I need to just not try to fucking rush and get out what I need to get out when it comes out. Okay. So you have them almost on a pause, really. You have them on a pause. You have them thinking a lot, okay? Heavily. This is an individual, I feel that, I don't know what's caused them to think, but for some reason, something you've done, something you've changed. And I know that it's something you've changed because right now, on the top of my mind, my stomach is growling. The weather has really changed. Like, it went from being kind of hot, even though I think we're like, are we even in spring yet where I'm at? I don't know. It was like hot last week. I mean, that's how I was able to be outside for so many hours and work, like get my garden ready, start prepping it. But it's fucking cold today, and the past 2 days have been really cold, like frost on the windows type cold. And so, I don't know. It's like it has somebody stopped in their tracks, or it will here in the near future. It's something. I don't know if you've had a glow up. I don't know if you've had a glow up and grow up. I don't know if it's just been how you've changed your own thinking, your own mind. Something, okay? I don't know if you put up a wall, you put up a barrier, and that's caused somebody to think and really stop in their tracks. Something you have done, shifted, transformed, has caused another person to stop in their tracks. And right now, if you're not hearing from somebody, guys, it's not necessarily because they don't want to speak to you. It's because they're literally, it's almost like they're about to have a death. And I don't mean a physical death at all, period. I don't even feel that. It feels, but I see a death. I see the butterfly. And every time Spirit gives me the vision of the butterfly, like the caterpillar going into the little chrysalis and becoming the butterfly, that's big. It's like somebody's having an awakening because of you, honestly, unless this is reversed. You and another person could be having an awakening due to each other. I think somebody's having a wake-up call. Like something's really standing out to someone about their own life, about their own belief system, about their own actions, about their own heart, what they really feel, what they really want. all because of you. Maybe I should title it that, all because of you. You know what I'm seeing right now in my head? All that, this is all that. It was an old show back in the day. Well, there's a lot coming out about that. I mentioned that Nickelodeon. Nicholas could be someone's name. Also something specific about maybe in the early 90s for you guys. But anyway, hold on. There's a lot coming out about Hollywood and just really everybody, everything, everywhere, really. And it's time. It's time. A lot of people they're afraid to talk about things, even if it's not done in Hollywood, on a personal level. People are afraid to talk about things. They're afraid to talk about things that have happened to them, things they've done. And a lot of people are waking up from that and doing it, despite what society will think and how it affects them. It's like, I've got to get it out because it's like a cancer growing in me. You know what I mean? Some of you, this could be a Cancer. Either way, not an actual Cancer, but a Cancer zodiac sign. Someone here, I'm going to give an example because this is what's popping in my head. Somebody here could feel really guilty, Aries or cross-watcher. Maybe you don't even know something that happened when you were younger. Maybe you do. They could feel really guilty. And I mentioned in Gemini's, you may want to watch Gemini's message. There's a reason I keep bringing it up. And I went from them to going to you instead of you first. I think this is someone who you don't know the whole story is what I'm hearing. You don't know everything that went down, that happened. And a lot of the reason you don't is because it was shielded from you. You were lied to. And some people may have said before that, or you may hear in the near future, that you were lied to because they were protecting you. I think that you were lied to because they were protecting themselves. That's what I think. And I think that the people who are lying to you or concealing things from you or who, whatever, I think that they've answered for a lot of their deeds. And I think these are people who may be waking up in a rude way. Like, this is why their life is turning out the way that it is, because of the way that they turned a blind eye when things were happening to you. Or when they could have shown up for you and instead they left you. They walked away and they let you fend for yourself, basically. This doesn't have to be a parent. This could be anyone. You could be a single parent. And this is someone who, I don't know, I just feel like all the weight and the burdens and the everything, was left on your shoulders. And not only that, but that everyone around you was blamed, and even you were blamed, depending on how old you were in situations. And it was just like, again, for weeks I've been getting easy target for Aries or cross-watcher. And you were an easy target here, or you were an easy pawn. And I think these people are starting to kind of wake up. But it's due to things that are happening to them, and they're almost like being forced to. They're being forced to wake up. I don't know what's happening, but it's not, I don't think it's comfortable, okay? I think there's going to be a lot of tears here in the near future. I think there's going to be a lot of self-actualization or something, like some sort of self-awareness. I think there's going to be a lot of anger that comes out. I feel angry, but I also feel like crying in the same token. Like, how do I feel like bitching right now? I mean, if you can tell, it's whatever I'm picking up in this message. I'm actually very well grounded right now. I'm very grounded. My energy's very even. I could go either way today. So this is how I know I'm very balanced. I feel like I'm like in Libra energy kind of today, which is my opposite, our opposite if you're an Aries. But again, you don't have to be. Either way, so I know whatever I'm picking up on is for the message. And I feel angry about some of the things that's happened. Let me channel. I'm going to channel right now. Whether this is you, in the near future, this is going to resonate, or this is someone else. Somebody's going to be like, I'm angry. I'm really angry. I'm angry about the things that nobody would listen to me on. I'm angry that I was treated this way. I'm angry that I was judged this way. I'm also angry that I made certain decisions. I'm angry at myself. I'm angry at others. I'm angry at the world. I'm angry. Some people may be angry at God, whoever they believe in. It's like, I'm angry, but I'm also upset. I want to cry. I want to scream. There's going to be a lot of purging in the near future. I even think some people could throw up because of emotions. Someone here is going to throw up in the near future due to their emotions being so, like, just pent up emotions, you know. But it's good. It's good to get it out. You know, crying is a purge. Burping is a purge. Yawning is a purge. Sleeping, screaming, stretching is a purge. These are all purges. If you guys have ever journeyed with ayahuasca, the medicine, you'll see that lots of things could be purges. You know, singing, it's just an energy purge. It's a way to get things out. Breathing, blinking, popping your fingers, like these are little purges. But I think these will be big purges that come out. I think there will be weeping. I think some people will weep here. I truly feel it. Depending on how deep this gets, but I think you're going to find out some things, or if not that, just maybe some people just really, that you never thought would feel sorry for some of the things they've done, or the lack thereof. I think you thought maybe they wouldn't take accountability, or they would just never feel sorry. Like, do they have a conscience at all? Maybe you also felt like you were the only one having to admit your wrongs in life, and nobody else, like, they could just get away with murder, really, get away with what they wanted. And no, I think you're gonna be surprised. Now, some of you, it's not so intense, but it is gonna be intense for somebody. I think if this is romantically, some of you could have people that come through for you and be like, you seriously were the best thing that ever happened to me, even if you didn't date them. You were the best person I could have ever come across on my journey in this life, because you taught me how to see the truth and through the illusion. And at the time I didn't see it because I was so heavy in it, because I was so programmed. I mean, this is type shit that would make you bawl your eyes out, though, because, I mean, it's real. Whoever this person is, whoever these people are that I think are going to come forward to you, and eventually, maybe they never make it to. Some people don't make it to you. Some people, you know, they have the intention of coming forward to you and admitting their wrongs, but they never get to. You know, we never know when our last minute is on this planet. But maybe they speak of how you changed their life and how you got them to see certain things and how maybe they were wrong. Maybe they speak of this to somebody in their close environment, and that person comes forward to you once this person's gone and says, I want you to know, even though I don't think, you know, even though I know this person never got the chance to tell you how sorry they were really sorry. And before they passed, or before they left this planet, they mentioned you, and you should know. Something like that, okay? Now, I don't get anyone's passing, though, for the majority of you at all, really. I don't feel that. I think just somebody, it's like a death. It's like a fucking death. Like, they feel like they're dying, really. You know, a lot of times when you go through spiritual awakenings, depending on how deep they are, it's literally like a death, because you're mourning a part of your ego. You're mourning a part of your former self, because it was an identity that you took on. I mean, you know, you're mourning. I mean, you're very apologetic. You're very sorry. You're very sorry, not only to yourself for what you feel and is like, oh my God, I wasted so much time on this planet that I cannot get back. But also, I hurt people that didn't mean, you know, they didn't deserve it, because I was blind, because I didn't see. And I hurt myself, and I robbed myself, and I robbed others of so much emotionally, and I'm really sorry. Like, this is like some fucking deep shit. This is some like deep, deep, deep shit. Yeah. I need some water. Still don't have my lip gloss. My lips are really dry. I feel hungry, but like I don't want to eat right now. And I feel exhausted. Somebody's exhausted. They're mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, humanly exhausted. This is a person who has had, or will, or I think it's happening right now. I honestly think it's happening right now. And right now doesn't mean just the second. Sometimes when you go through the most brutal awakenings, guys, it's like a prolonged trauma. It's a prolonged pain. It doesn't just happen just while you're watching this video. I'm talking like, this could be weeks, months, like a dark, dark, dark night of the soul. What have I done? What have I done? Now, let's say it's not that deep. Let's lift it just a tad. I still think it's deep. I think someone here, it could be saying, what did I do? I let Aries go. Like, why did I push them away? Why did I sabotage the connection? Like, this was probably my person. This was probably the most genuine person I've ever met on this planet. And at the time, like, I just didn't see it. And I pushed them away, and now they want nothing to do with me, or now I'll never talk to them again. I don't know how to get in touch with them, or they'll never let me back in or accept me or something. I don't know. It's like somebody's being really fucking hard on themselves. I mean, hard on themselves. And I mean, it depends on what this person's done, on how deep their regret is. I think the regret is deep, even if they just, like, I don't know, got with someone else and completely disregarded you, but then used you, you know? Yeah, that hurts. But imagine the other shit people have done to you. See what I'm saying? So, like, I still think that type of person, if that's happened to you, I still think they're very apologetic. I'm telling you. It's like, because maybe they're older now in life and they're realizing, like, oh my God. Or maybe someone chose to stay in something that was false, and then they end up having this, like, awakening or something, and they realize, like, wow, I came across the real woman, but because I was so programmed, or I cared what society thought, or I cared about the money, or what my family and everybody would think, and how I would lose on this planet, not realizing what really matters, what's real. Like, you're the most real person I've ever met. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to tell you, but I'm sorry. That's what I'm getting in this message. I am so fucking sorry for everything. I'm sorry I didn't show up for you. I'm sorry I didn't come through. I'm sorry that I pushed you away, neglected you, abandoned you. I'm sorry that I overlooked you. I'm sorry that I treated you like you didn't matter. I'm sorry that I judged you. I'm sorry I gave you a hard time. I mean, the list could go on. How will you take it if this is something you're receiving in the near future? I don't know, because I think you're going to be, I don't know if that means you're going to want something to do with somebody again, depending on who it is and what they did. But do I think that you'll come from a forgiving place? Yes. If you're a healed Aries or a cross watcher, yeah, because you don't want to hold on to that energy in you. Yeah, and because also you realize that you're not perfect and nobody is, as far as, have you made mistakes? Yes. Have you done things that you're really not proud of? Yeah. So I think that you'll, for the majority of you watching, Aries or cross watcher, unless this is reversed, I think you'll hear someone out, or at least in your heart, you know. Hell, you may have already sent that energy out. You may have already told the universe, like, I give it to you, I give it to God, whoever you believe in, and I release it. I don't hold on to any hatred or anger for this person, these people. I don't hold on to any resentment. I'm not holding on, like, thinking, oh, they've made a mistake, they made the wrong decision. Like, maybe they didn't. I mean, it's like you've almost had to just kind of give yourself closure. You've had to heal yourself, and that's fine. Like, I get it. But, so you send that out into the universe, you let it go. It's like, kind of like a cord cutting in a way. And, you never think that, wow, I'm getting a vision. All right, I'm hearing, you never think that when you release the balloon, you'll ever see it again. Because I'm seeing somebody write something they wish to get rid of, something they wish to release and let go and forgive, heal, whatever. Remove from their conscious, like remove from them, right? So let's say somebody here is like wanting to forgive somebody. I see them writing it on a piece of paper and putting it inside a helium-filled balloon, a red balloon to be specific. That's what I see in my mind's eye right now. Sending it off into the air until they can no longer see this balloon and it floats away. And then an extended period of time later, they go back and they walk outside to tend to something in their yard, and the balloon is deflated in their yard. They never thought they would see that balloon again. Have you ever sent a balloon up and put a message in it or on it, wrote on it? If so, this is a big confirmation that this could be people around you who are going through these kind of like awakenings. Okay. But have you ever seen the balloon again? I never have. I've never seen the balloons again. But in my vision, I'm seeing the balloon land in your backyard. It's your balloon. It's your message, and it's like, it's still there. Something somebody sent away, you. Something someone wanted to get rid of, wanted to not think about, thought that they could put behind them, out of their mind, has returned. Or will. And it's because they've been brought back down to reality. True reality. That's why the balloon's deflated in my vision. They've been reduced. They've been humbled. And you've been heard. Alright guys, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. This is really intense. I love it. It's calm. The energy's calm. Feels like however this ultimately ends up, like the energy moving into the near future, if that even exists, because at this point we don't know, we only have right now. There's the plane, right on time. It's gonna be good. It's gonna get you somewhere, I'll tell you that. It'll get you somewhere, just like the plane is getting somewhere right now. It'll get you somewhere. It'll do something. It'll shift the energy. Maybe it's this message you're watching. Maybe after watching this message, the energy is going to shift. Because I think of a plane, I think of a message. Because I think of when we used to fold the paper into airplanes and throw them across the classroom. We were sending a message. I feel like in this message, some of you, like once you're done with this video, it's gonna make a move. It's gonna cause a spiritual movement inside of you. Maybe it's therapeutic. Maybe it's like, I don't need anyone to come forward and say anything. Just knowing this helps. And that's all I need. Didn't even know I needed it. Thank you. I'm talking to myself, like I needed this message too. So thank you, God. Alright guys, thank you so much for being here with me. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.